honestly, every time I hear you, I feel a little bit dumber.
She made fun of me for actually joining TikTok while her own daughter was actually using the app for a long time. So you might want to take care of your family first.
You're just easy answer. You have no foreign policy experience, and it shows. And you know,
he might have a girl problem.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he might have a girl problem.
Remember all those moments? Joining me now is the A-Team, Niall, Stanage, White House columnist for our partners at The Hill, Lauren Wright, Associate Research Scholar and Lecturer in politics and public affairs at Princeton University. All right, Lauren, I do have to start with Niall on this one, just because Niall and I have already had this discussion this week. So Niall, it may feel like deja vu to you. It may feel like deja vu, but, you know, I want to start with second is great, but second is not first, right?
That is certainly true. I don't think there could be any dispute on that point, Elizabeth. And someone was saying exactly this to me as I was reporting on this issue earlier today. It's all very well that there's this drama as to who's going to be second between Ron DeSantis and Nikki Haley, but to what end? We don't make the second-place finisher the nominee. They're not guaranteed to be vice president or in a cabinet or anything like that. So, yes, it is very interesting. There's a lot of fieriness around this contest for second, but the reality of the matter is that both Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are lagging former President Trump by something of the order of 40 points nationally. That is an enormous gap to try to close, particularly since, let's not forget, we're only a couple of months away now from the Iowa caucuses.
I know, it feels like it's fast approaching, doesn't it? So, Lauren, you know, what needs to happen to close the gap? We see him really maybe getting some new digs in Iowa, but you got to win Iowa, you got to win New Hampshire, you got to win Super Tuesday, or at least 2 out of the 3. Am I right?
Yes, she would have to win early states, and winning early states, which it doesn't always happen, would have to change the trajectory of the race. And so even if she does win those states, there's no guarantee Trump won't still be the nominee. I do think, even though we're talking about the race for second place, there's some interesting dynamics going on here for national politics. It is difficult to campaign as a woman, no matter which party you're in. I know we've talked about it before, Elizabeth, but Nikki Haley's doing this tightrope walk pretty well. You know, women are seen as more progressive automatically than they actually are. She has this middle-of-the-road approach on abortion, and it's showed that it's not costing her necessarily support from Republicans. And so she's paving a policy path that I think is really interesting. What I'm watching for is, when is she going to take on Trump head-to-head? She needs to explain why. In 2021, she said if he's running, she won't campaign against him, and she's reversed course on that and needs to explain why he should not be the president. I think people want to hear that from her.
Well, and Niall, I would like you to respond to that a little bit, because when I ask, you know, how is she going to push the dial? I'm not really saying that we were kind of dogging being in second place. It's actually maybe not the worst place in historically. We've seen people win if they were in second place at this point, even lower. So it's not necessarily out of the question, but does she have to do something new, unique, and different?
One of the difficulties she really faces comes down to this argument about electability. And it's a kind of complicated picture this year, because on one hand, we look at the polls, some of which you played in the introduction, and there's really very little doubt that Nikki Haley would be the strongest Republican candidate in a general election. Every indication is she would wallop President Biden, who, after all, has low approval ratings, is the oldest president in history. About 70 or 75% of all voters think he's too old to serve a second term. The problem for Haley is a lot of polls now also show former President Trump beating Biden. And that means that Nikki Haley can't argue, this guy's unelectable and I'm electable. It's kind of gradations of electability, and that becomes, I think, a less potent argument.
Okay, Lauren, I don't know if you're going to like this one. I'm going to ask you to keep it short, and nobody likes to do these, but
I will.
We're coming up. Who's going to take Iowa? I mean, that sets the tone. It always sets the tone. Everyone's been spending a lot of time in Iowa.
Yeah, you know, I don't think DeSantis is out of the question. He has apparently a really impressive ground game. That's what propelled Ted Cruz to victory last time around. So I would not count him out for that. However, Trump is leading the polls there.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.